Previous President Donald Trump is on trial in unused York City, where he is confronting crime charges related to a 2016 quiet cash installment to grown-up film on-screen character Stormy Daniels. It marks the primary time in history that a previous U.S. president has been attempted on criminal charges. Trump final April pleaded not guilty to a 34-count arraignment, charging him with misrepresenting trade records in association with a hush cash payment his then-attorney Michael Cohen made to Daniels in a range to boost his discretionary prospects within the 2016 presidential decision. Trump says he doesn't even know what the charges are. As the jury proceeds its thoughts, Donald Trump posted on his social media stage in all caps that "I do not indeed know what the charges are in this case. I am entitled to specificity similar to anybody else," he composed. The post comes after Trump observed Judge Merchan spend over an hour guideline the jury on the law and particular charges within the case, counting each of the 34 tallies that the previous president faces for distorting trade records in a range to cover up a quiet cash installment to boost his prospects in the 2016 decision. Trump says Mother Teresa may not beat these charges. Mother Teresa seemed not beat these charges, previous President Trump told columnists as he left the courtroom, taking after Judge Merchan's jury enlightening. "We'll see how we do," Trump said as the jury started its considerations. "It's an awfully dishonorable circumstance." Trump emphasized his grievances with the judge in cases restricted choke arrange, sometime recently complaining that he ought to be on the campaign trail. "This is often 5 weeks and 5 weeks of truly, basically, not campaigning," Trump said. Judge tells parties to remain in building amid considerations. Legal hearers will consider until 4:30 p.m. ET nowadays on the off chance that they do not reach a verdict sooner, Judge Merchan said. "You cannot take off the building, and you got to be able to urge here rapidly when a decision is come to," the judge told the parties after the jury had cleared out the court. Previous President Trump got up from the defense table and talked with a few partners, at that point left the court with his escort. The staff and legal counselors from the Manhattan local attorney's office too cleared out the court. Substitute members of the jury will remain through considerations. As the 12 fundamental attendants cleared out the court, most showed up to see absent from Trump as they passed his direct table. The 6 interchange legal hearers remained within the court after the 12 main jurors cleared out to start thoughts. "We are not getting to pardon you just however," Judge Merchan told the alternates. He asked them to stay around through the thoughts, in spite of the fact that they won't take an interest within the considerations themselves. Jury starts pondering in noteworthy case. "That concludes my informational on the law. Advise if it's not too much trouble approach," Judge Merchan said when he was done instructing the jury. He held a sidebar with the lawyers, after which the legal hearers recorded out of the court to begin deliberations. Merchan tells legal hearers be firm but chivalrous of other members of the jury. Judge Merchan emphasized that members of the jury each got to come to in-person choice approximately the decision after hearing and understanding the sea of the other legal hearers. "Each of you must choose the case for yourself, but as it were after a reasonable and unbiased thought of the proof with the other members of the jury," Merchan said. "You ought to talk about the proof and counsel with each other, tune into each other, give the others sees cautious thought," he said. "You ought to not yield an honest see of the proof, basically since you need the trial to conclusion, or since you're outvoted. Your decision on each check you consider must be consistent. That is, each juror must agree to it," Merchan said. Merchan said that the jury foreperson will peruse the decision for each of the charged tallies. Merchan will at that point survey the whole jury to affirm their decision.